a look at question number 2. In question 2, you're being assessed on how to carry out transformations on logarithmic functions. Okay. Before we take a look at this problem, well, let's read it first. It says number 2, if f of x equals log base 3 of x and g of x is the image of f of x after a translation 5 units to the left, which equation represents g of x? Okay, so let's review our transformation formulas real quick, and then we're going to adapt it to this particular problem. All right, so we need to remember the following concerning transformations. All right, so first of all, you need to know what happens when you compose a function with x plus h. All right, f of x plus h means that you have to shift the function. You're going to shift it in the direction of the x. But whenever a number is grouped with the x, you do the opposite. Okay, so x plus h basically means that you're going to shift h units to, guess what, the left. All right, if you have the function composed with x minus h, remember when it's grouped with the x, you do the opposite. X minus h means that you're going to shift h units, guess what, to the right. It's counterintuitive, right? But when you add a value to the function f of x plus k, this one is intuitive. When you add a function to, a number or constant to a function, that's a shift in the y direction. F of x plus k is a shift k units, guess where? Upwards. Okay, unlike the x where positive is to the left and negative is to the right, for the k direction or the y direction, positive it means up, and negative f of x minus k means down. So function minus k is going to cause the function to shift k units down. Alrighty. Now, what do we have in this particular case? We have a translation 5 units to the left. All right, so let's transform that into mathematical format. A translation 5 units to the left is going to have what impact on the function? It's going to be f of, now since we're moving in the horizontal direction, we're going to group it with the x. So which one is to the left? This guy right here, right? This is the one we're looking at. A translation 5 units to the left is the function composed with x plus 5. Okay? Alright, so what is f of x? F of x is log base 3 of x. Now we want to find g of x. G of x is what you get when you shift the function 5 units to the left, or basically f of x plus 5. Now how do we compose this original function f of x, which is log base 3 of x, with x plus 5? All you simply do is you take out the x and guess what? Replace it or substitute x plus 5 for the x. So you have log of quantity x plus 5 instead of x base 3. Alright? So our transformed function g of x, which is equal to log base 3 of x plus 5, is the image that you get when you shift the function f of x, which is log base 3 of x, 5 units to the left. Okay? So this is basically how you transform functions.